I photographed a girl 5 years before I even met her. So the coincidences that go into this are just ridiculous. So keep listening for a little story time. In 2014, I was a young photographer and me and my mum went around to go and visit the Bristol Vintage Wedding Fair. She had contacts that would be showing at the fair and she wanted to go and see what they were doing. And I went too, just because, my camera was an extension of my body and there was always lots of pretty things to go and photograph. During the day, there were really beautiful models that were walking around exhibiting the wedding dresses and hair accessories that were on sale there. I went around and I photographed these girls. They looked so beautiful. And a couple of them, I took them outside and I was like, oh, do you mind if I just take a couple of pictures of you? And that's it. I did a little blog post on it when I used to have a blog back in the day, when Blogger was a thing. And that was it. I was pretty proud of those images. Fast forward to 2019. My ex is a filmmaker and we decide to kind of make it together. I'm doing the cinematography for it, but I also do a lot of script editing. I buy a lot of the props that we need, etc., etc. So we put out a call for one of the lead parts and we get about 1,000 responses to this one character, which is insane. My ex goes through them and he narrows them down to maybe 20, 10, and then he shows them to me. I look through them and we pick a select 5 to audition for us, people that look like they'd be absolutely perfect for the part. So audition day comes and the first girl to audition for us is called Hannah Louise Howell, and she is perfect. She's so good. She's so perfect with the part. She's a bloody brilliant actor. And we think, God, we almost didn't even need to audition the rest of them. She's absolutely perfect. However, we go on auditioning and the last girl to audition, it just ends up that she is the character, basically. There's no two ways about it. She is basically this person. So we have to give her the part. But we love Hannah's acting so much. We're absolutely gutted that she can't take the part. But we really still want her to be in the film somehow. So we end up giving her a secondary part, which is still incredibly important in the film. We start shooting, she's doing really well. She's a fantastic actor. And then one day she says to me, you know what? I'm pretty sure you photographed me before. I'm like, what? I've never met this girl in my life. Whoa, how is that possible? I've never met her before. It can't be me, surely not. And she said, yeah, I did some modelling at the Bristol Vintage Wedding Fair a couple of years ago. And you were photographing. I've got the pictures. There's no way I recognise this girl. How could I have photographed her? But I did go to the Bristol Vintage Wedding Fair. I did photograph that. So I go into my old blog and I look back through all of my images, all the way back to 2014. And there she is. There she is. She's literally there in my images. I photographed her 5 years ago. I photographed this girl. And then through a ridiculously long selection process from 1,000 people to someone that almost didn't make it into the film, I photographed her. I photographed this girl. It's just insane. I don't know. I don't know how it happened. Fate. I mean, crazy.